What's going on, guys? Pegasus and the Wise Guys. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Appreciate all of your patience. The link for the clothing store is down in the comments. Let's get into the video, shall we? Clothing line's up though. Let's go. I think in talking about terminal offering, I just wanted to start off by saying that the card is absolutely silly. I'm just going to read it off first. It says during your main phase, you can pay 1,000 life points and then conduct up to 3 normal summons or sets this turn and not just one. Now that can greatly benefit decks like Fluanderies that we already know is inside of the meta because, well, let's face it, if you can set up your opponent the normal way and then be able to pass turn with a card like this set, it probably is just as good, if not even better, for a specific reason, Apex Avian being that reason, to slide in the deck and maybe a better option over the Dreaming Town. Now that is going to remain to be seen, but I definitely can see where stuff like normal summoning in the battle phase with the Fluanderies cards would be absolutely ridiculous. However, you would have to definitely build around this card and trust that it'll work out in the best way possible. Additionally, you have to mention decks like the True Draco stuff as well as Monarch stuff. One, because True Dracos can just tribute over the top of the card, which is very, very easy to get off. But essentially, you also have to add in stuff like Ether being able to greatly benefit off of being able to normal summon more times. Maybe the Edian Idols plays, in case you forgot what they are, Edia being the Monarch, the Squire stuff, and whatever sub-engine that you want to play if you are using potentially things that can normal summon themselves. Additionally, with adding in stuff like the old stuff like gadgets, I definitely feel like all of these are very, very strong possibilities. I do feel like it's going to give a great speed boost to decks like Trap Tricks because, well, let's face it, sometimes them getting stuck on that normal summon, and yeah, they did get a field spell, but this card definitely is going to blow the roof off of that and allow you to do essentially a lot more than you used to be able to with some of these decks that lean hard on their normal summons, as long as they can control you long enough to get this trap card to go off. And that's where I feel like Apex Avian is going to shine very, very brightly with this. I don't necessarily think that needs a combo video. Just trust me, guys. Setting this, bouncing Apex Avian, and summoning it over and over again could get quite silly during the main phase. Just saying. Essentially, guys, I wanted to mention last but not least that some of these decks you have to kind of look over as well, stuff like Ninjas, because it says set as well. And right now, that's probably the best deck that can set. I don't know if it's necessarily the best thing to spam setting stuff face down, but it definitely could come into play. And last but not least, mentioning the Shino Birds, you have to mention the Spirit stuff as well. If you go into Monsters, you go into Spirits, as well as Gemini. I really feel like there is something completely untapped that I wanted to kind of save for the end of this little small tech video, because I just really feel like it's absolutely silly, but you kind of got to look over these for yourself. The Geminis may have something, because essentially you get to use one of those normal summons during your main phase to plus and get off one of their crazy effects. Gemini is very undersupported, only 3 pages. Guys, let me know what you think about this card down in the comments. Do you think it's going to be decent? Is it going to be okay? Is there some kind of spirit deck that I'm probably not even catching on to? Could you build around crazy cards like this? Who knows, guys? Let me know what you think about the card down in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Appreciate you for tuning in. Pegasus out. Arrivederci.